What's going on, YouTube? Thank you so much for checking out my content again. I really appreciate all of you guys. I would hope that you would hit the subscribe button so that you can keep following the content and watch my growth and hopefully learn something so that you can grow your own recruiting agency like myself. So today's video is basically about contract staffing versus direct hire staffing. So some of this is confusing if you're not in the recruiting world already. If you are in the recruiting world, you pretty much know what this is. But there's some nuances, and so it's really, really important to understand, especially if you're interested in starting your own recruiting agency, which is what this channel is all about. So let me just dig right into it. Basically, contract staffing is when you actually put someone on your own payroll and you pay them weekly or bi-weekly, and you farm them out to someone like a warehouse or a dental office as an admin or wherever they might work, but you actually pay them, and then at the end of the month, the business that you're contracting them to pays you an invoice with a markup on top of it. So this can be very lucrative. Let's go back to that in a second. Direct hire is much more simple. Direct hire is when you find a candidate for a client that wants a certain, certain employee. Like, let's say they want a software engineer, or they want a delivery driver, or whatever it is, and you say, okay, I'm going to charge you 15% of their gross annual earnings upon their hiring. So if they're getting paid, let's say $100,000, and you charge 10%, you get $10,000 after they get hired. The deal's done, you walk away, everything's finished. Money's upfront. So direct hire is very simple and easy, and it's the best way to go, especially if you're starting your own recruiting agency and you're starting from the bottom, growing it up. As you could imagine, contract hiring requires capital, right? So I have a few contractors that I'm running. I have a few contracts right now set up, and that's just because I've been able to garner up some capital by doing a lot of deals in the beginning of my agency. In its infancy, I was able to do a bunch of deals that netted me some cash, so I could afford to actually farm out some people. I pay, warehouse guys that are getting $3,000, $3,500 a month. I have a couple of those going, and I'm making a margin on top of them. So what's the margin look like, right? How lucrative is that? So generally, it's going to be anywhere from a 48% to a 55% markup, right? So think of it this way. If you're hiring someone at 15 or 16 bucks, you're going to charge the company 23 or 25 bucks an hour. So you're making, simple math, I don't know, after taxes and whatnot that you have to pay on them, you're going to make like $5 an hour every hour that they work. They work 160 hours a month, 40 hours a week. You're going to make like $600 a month on that contractor. But you're doing nothing. You're doing jack shit. All you're doing is just paying them weekly through an online system that you set up. And so while you are using your own capital and you're tying it up, you're basically doing jack shit for $600 for them just working for a different company. So the contracting business can be extremely lucrative if you scale it properly and if you have the capital to do it. So if you have $100,000 and you farmed out like 25 or 30, 40, 50 contractors, I mean, you could do the math. You could make passively $20,000 a month just passively by farming out contractors. If you direct all that energy into direct hire and you basically just send people, out for interviews and you get them hired, and then you make a simple net collect fee on them, you can make similar amounts of money. But if you combine the two down the road, you're going to make a shitload of money. So anyways, that's the difference between contract staffing and direct hire. If you're starting your own recruiting agency, you absolutely 100% only want to focus on things that are direct hire. You basically can't do contract hire unless you have $100,000 or $50,000 sitting around and you're just like ready to start contracting people. There's also a lot of stuff that goes into it. So L&I, getting registered with the state, having insurance on your guys. I have people running forklifts and doing things at warehouses. I have to have insurance for myself because they can't come after me if someone gets run over and smashed. So bottom line, go after direct hire. It's the easiest, quickest way to the money, which is always what I preach. What's the fastest, quickest way to get to your money? It's direct hire. So get a contract with someone, hire staff for them, get paid for in 14 days, net collect, give them like a 30-day guarantee. That's the best way to get to the money. After that, you can kind of experiment maybe into the contract sphere like I am and get some contractors going, because it is a lucrative, scalable model once you have the cash sitting in a pot that you can actually utilize. So that's the difference between contract and direct hire. And that's all I got today for you guys. I will definitely catch you tomorrow. Thanks. Later.